Podcast where the real fans meet. It's your favorite host, Ron G, is in the building. And, I'm with the professor, ready to, grade some things, see how that backlash was. We're going to talk about that backlash. I'm going to give my grade. I thought it was a C plus, a fresh C plus. That's what I'm going to give it. I mean, it had 3 out of 5, two to 3 out of 5 good matches and a lot of other stuff going on. But we're gonna talk about that. We'll get some AEW talk. We got Double or Nothing coming up, Anarchy in the Arena. That's what they calling for. Um, so we'll see about AIM got the Owen Hart, tournament finals gonna happen with that. NXT Battleground coming up. So and Saturday night's main event. So we got a lot of things to talk about. Oh, and somebody wants back in the business. So we're gonna that's another not exclusive, but we're gonna first talk about it. If you watch the walk, what is on the watch along, real fans, thank you for that for being there for us. Um, we're gonna bring her back up to do a full conversation about it. But what's going on, Professor?
Nothing much. Just getting through the rest of this week, waiting for anxious for Double or Nothing to see how that turns out. Curious to see what may be happening at Money in the Bank with John Cena and
Mm.
his match or his appearance, because these are only appearances, not matches.
Not all of them gonna be only appearances. I mean,
He makes
it,
it. He makes a decision.
man, he gonna wrestle, man. He gonna wrestle. Jesus, that's the goat. He gonna come out and do what he got to do. But
I hear you.
we go and start with him, man. If we done brought him up, brought the goat up.
No, why not? Okay.
What you think about that main event, John Cena, Randy Orton,
You
for
know what?
Backlash?
Back I was not a big. I mentioned before. I'm not a huge fan of Randy Orton. I don't really care too much for the Cena Orton feud. This match, however, was actually pretty entertaining. So in the concepts of the story here, when the first referee had his bump, he was out. The second referee took his bump, he was out. The reasons why there was no referees because there were no more referees in the building. These were the only two left. So that's the reason why all this and everyone else came out because they were trying to revive that referee while also shielding him. Because we all know how great security is protecting people from wrestlers.
Trash. They get on my nerves. I mean, I get it's wrestling, but it just annoys me, bro.
It's so
Because
bad. Well,
sometimes they just like do something, man. Like you just standing around and
well,
just
in this
waiting to get
case,
hit or something. Like, ugh.
in
Go
this case,
ahead.
no different because everyone got an RKO, including Nick Aldis, which may be a match between those two down the line. That's bubbling in the rumors. But
Yeah.
overall, I thought the match was actually really good. I mean, it wasn't a great match, so yeah, it's still a C, but I was entertained.
Yeah, I mean the crowd was definitely into it. So that's what matters, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of wrist holds and finishers and ref bumps.
Yeah.
That was the match.
Yeah. I mean, it's Orton and Cena. I didn't expect too much out of it. I wasn't
I
expecting
mean,
no clinic.
no, don't
I
do
wasn't
that,
expecting
man.
anything
I
from the
seen the order
Tokyo
had some
Dome.
great. No, I seen the order had some great matches, man. Like I
Oh,
told you, my favorite one was the bragging rights. The Iron Man match they had. So that was my favorite one. But
that was a different time.
it's a different time. Yeah, this is heel Cena winning by any means necessary. Just to hold on to that title and keep it going till he retire in December.
Mm.
And that's what this is. And so I enjoyed it for what it was, but I just didn't. The only part I really just didn't like was Nick Aldis and the agents coming out there and didn't have a referee with them or whatever, and trying to get the referees up. I ain't never seen this happen.
Well, like I said, no referees were left in the building, so that's why it was a situation of. Usually, I've seen in those cases with no referee, the GM of the show did the pin. Did McFoley do that once? No referee, but he
I don't pay
was
attention to what Mick Foley does. I do not like
okay.
Mick Foley.
Well, somebody, if anyone remembers, there was a time I remember where a GM ended up doing the count because there was no referee present, and they counted it.
I mean, that
Mm,
makes it. I mean, you think about ECW One Night Stand when Raw redeemed his fought John
Oh, you
Cena.
know, that's it. Yeah, Paul Heyman did the count.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking about. There it is.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. That's one of them right there. So Nick Aldis could have came out there and did that, but that ain't what he did. He just trying to talk down Randy Orton. And so Randy Orton RKO'd that man.
That ain't listen.
And this ain't one Randy Orton paid for. He paid for the other two.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if he's gonna find him again or what this leads to with him and Nick Aldis.
If it's a fine, that's $500,000. And it has to be
No.
several weeks off TV.
Oh well. I don't know, because some people think it's gonna be that this wasn't the last match between Randy Orton and John Cena.
Oh my God.
I mean, just because Orton had it won several times from what we could see. But so and then John Cena, like I said, just took the victory with a by heel tactics. I'm gonna call it that, heel tactics.
Okay, I hear you.
So some people think he would Randy Orton deserves another shot just because of all that.
No, Randy Orton had his shot. I'm sorry, he had a shot. It lost. It happens. These things happen. I don't know what to tell you, man. Move on. Next person. Next.
I hear you. Well, I mean, after the match, John Cena got on the mic, said, "I don't need the music or nothing like that. I need competition." What do you think he means by that? I say, yeah, he needs competition, but who do you think that competition will be? Let me say it like that.
I don't know. The only person that comes to mind is Brock Lesnar, but I know it's not him.
No.
But the only reason I say this is because talk about competition. Let's remember Brock Lesnar had that match where he's German suplex Cena 20 times and then just crushed him. Boy. No one ever beat Cena like that.
No.
So it's like, talk about competition. Other than that, I mean, it ain't Copeland.
No, of course not.
I mean, I guess it could be someone younger. Who's an upstart? Yeah. Well, not upstart, but who's another star on the roster that could challenge Cena that's not of his past?
Not of his past?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who I mean, Cena fought everybody.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. In the new roster, though, and I'd say new roster, but you know what I mean, like the current modern roster.
Okay. That means, like I said, it's always the Braun Breakers, Carmelo Hayes, Penta, Ray Phoenix.
Not world title shots. You got somebody.
World title shots. I'm just saying who's on this roster. I'm trying to think who's on this roster right now to give him a run for his money. Because Drew McIntyre said he don't want to fight him.
Yeah, Drew said that's not the real John Cena.
Which you think about who's been dominating the Samoan dynasty? Solo, Jacob.
Yeah, but they already didn't like the mid-card championship.
Yeah.
Not the way.
LA Knight. He's right there. I mean, he's not gonna go for the U.S. title probably no more. He done had a few shots. He just lost it, and he just had a shot in the fatal 4-way. But you got Damian Priest right there, but I don't think him and Drew McIntyre are gonna be done like that.
That's kind of the thing about it. Even if you do pick someone or find someone, they're still tied to something else that can cost them the match.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think he's gonna go on like people he's fought before in a CM Punk, AJ Styles, somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, even then, that's kind of like, is that the end? Is that AJ Styles, CM Punk, and then who else? Like, just forget anyone, just in general, who else would Cena go against on this last run? You can go ahead and add Cody. His idea that he's going to fight R-Truth. We got R-Truth. That's who he's fighting. That's happening. I'm looking at the roster. I don't see no one else.
It gotta be somebody.
I just finished going up and down that roster. That included NXT and Evolve. I mean, you pulling Booker T out of retirement?
No, I'm just saying who's been in the world title picture on both brands.
That's
Uh,
a good question
uh,
because that's a discussion. Some people who has been in the world title picture, and we're talking about just the WWE championship,
no, we
or
talking about both. I'm like, because Cena could go to any. I don't think Cena's tied to one show.
I mean, well, SmackDown because that's his champ. That's the championship title of the show. If you
Yeah.
want to look at it that way,
Okay.
hang on a second. Let me put it over here.
So I
Um,
mean, like I said, yes, Solo, but he like I said, he's tired of the situation with Jacob. But he got Jeff Cobb then came in, debuted at Backlash.
yeah, he's not gonna
Uh,
face Cena though.
I don't know
I think he's
where
gonna face
they
Cena.
gonna set him, but I feel like they're gonna be tied in that story with Jacob, him and Solo. So that's gonna be what he doing for a few months. Um, and like I said, it just people that's been in that picture already. I mean, it's Roman.
Roman, he's out, but yeah, that's true. So I mean, who yet? Roman, Seth, CM Punk has not technically gone after the WWE Championship. Cody, John Cena. Why is this not working?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm just going through the past several main events to see who was in them because that kind of gives you the idea of a world title picture. You had Elimination Chamber, but even then, with Elimination Chamber, you had.
I mean,
Let me
Gunther
look at
going
it
after
real
Jay
quick.
right now, but who's to say he can't fight John Cena down the line, down in the next few months?
I mean, he could. That'll be a match. I don't know if John Cena can do a Gunther match.
No, I think he can. If Gunther to do something with Pat McAfee, he can do something with John Cena.
Yeah, I hear you. Damian Priest, but Damian Priest is back in the mid card. He was fighting Gunther at the time. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see in a sense. But nonetheless, John Cena will be fighting our truth. That is still happening at Saturday night main event. Um,
Oh, that's official.
oh yeah, it should be. Let me.
I ain't heard that one.
Oh, I thought it was a well SmackDown. Yeah, we gotta wait till SmackDown, don't we?
Yeah,
Oh, who else is gonna fight?
I didn't think he had to be at Saturday Night Main Event because this is where Jay was fighting Logan Paul, so I didn't. He didn't necessarily have to be on the show like that. I was assuming. I thought he
Okay.
was gonna, stall it out to Money in the Bank.
I don't know. Yeah, it's true. Jay is fighting Logan Paul. So yeah,
Yes.
right now is Jay, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Those are only two official matches, but John Cena is on the cover of Saturday night's main event.
Oh, well, I'm assuming he had to be there then. I mean, yeah, I had a quick R Truth match. I hate to say it like that because we all love R Truth, and I didn't. I understand. I understood him coming out doing the match, but him coming doing the press conference, I thought Cena was gonna actually, answer some questions. But him just coming out there to get fu through the table, I was like, oh, okay, man, it's a waste of
Lame.
time.
You thought I was lame?
Yeah, because
Okay.
like, bro, we could have did that on SmackDown or something like that. I mean. I thought I want to hear something from Cena because the reason I want to hear something from Cena was because of the look Cena had after the match. He did the match, had his little speech or whatnot about he want competition. He had a look of, is this what I've become? Or he just kind of his lip quivering and he looking at the championship and like he rethinking all he's done in the past few months.
Hmm.
And my thought of it is like this is what I fought against. I'm what I fought against, and this is the only way. And is this the only way I could win now? I used to win all the time, and I couldn't get a win in like 5 or so years, and I've stooped to this level. And this is what, like I said, this is what I've been against. But I mean, he looking at the championship like, man, I need this championship. I have to retire to. I got to live by my word. That's who I am. I'm trying to say I live by my word. I say I speak the truth, and my truth is I got to retire with this belt. And I just said it to everybody, but this is not exactly who I want to be. But this championship is what I need. My nickname is the champ.
Yeah. Okay. You got that out?
I mean, come on. I mean, that's what I think. I'm just saying what I think it is.
Yeah. Well, I think of John Cena realizing that the way to being champion is too much for him at his old age, and that he ain't gonna have an easy time carrying this, and he's gonna have to figure out different ways to maintain it if he really is gonna try to walk away with it. That's what I'm thinking. But old man Cena
Yeah,
couldn't get a word out because his biggest fan in the world kept interrupting him.
yeah, and it goes back to the words he said to Cody. This title gets heavier and heavier every day you hold it.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think that weight is getting on him. Cena ain't what he used to be. That age is dude catching up. Multiple matches. It's one thing to come in, do a tag match, and disappear, and then come back in and do a couple months of tag matches and a few singles. But now you're the champion again. There does come a responsibility of not just appearing, but in some cases defending. And granted, you could be on the Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns that schedule, but you're still expected to make the big shows.
Yeah,
So
and he's remembering how it is to hold his belt. And I
yeah,
mean, when's the last time he was champ? What?
too long ago. I guess I don't know. I could look it up.
I'm trying to think. Was that 2016, 2017?
When he was
Last
champ.
time he was champ?
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt took it from him. Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so that's 2017.
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
Wow, that's what 8 years ago.
I guess yeah, 7.
Yeah, about 8 years ago.
Yeah, about 8 years ago. How do you
Dang,
like that? Time is boy. Oh
time to
well,
be
look at that.
going, but
Yeah, I know, right?
it don't seem like that long ago. But I mean, 2017, we in 2025, and so it's all coming. It's what's it called. I say the floodgates open to where he's realizing where his position is right now, and if he can still hold it like he did before.
Mm. Well, he put himself in this position. He's the one that wanted the title. Granted, he won it off of. Yeah, so let's get to this. So the idea of what Cena's going to be doing, he's possibly going to be teaming up with Travis Scott at Money in the Bank. So it may not even be CM Punk, but transition to just a little bit. How we feel about Travis Scott currently in the WWE universe?
Uh, he puts eyes for me. He puts eyes on the product. I feel like I enjoy his music, but he's in too big of moments right now. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he needed to be Elimination Chamber. I don't think he needed to be in the moment of WrestleMania Night 2 main event. Those not his moments he needed to be in. He should be there maybe for a celebration. I mean, I guess he was there for the celebration, but I mean, he's too involved. I guess maybe be there for an entrance. Um, and that's about it.
Mm. Yeah, I
Why
get you.
why is this man involved in one of the biggest heel turns of all time?
Is it the
And WrestleMania main event, WrestleMania Night 2. Why is he in those moments?
is it that he's in those moments, or is it just that he's not doing anything except kind of like? Does it feel like he's in the way sometimes?
It
For me, it does.
kind of like see he get his spots. I mean, it's cool. I like it's because you look at the backstage stuff of how he reacted to it, and I love that reaction. Somebody who actually loves the business and who actually wants to be there. That's nice. I
Yeah,
like
that's
actually
yeah.
I like having a celebrity who gets involved who actually likes wrestling.
I hear you, but I also like a celebrity who gets involved, who likes wrestling enough to know how to participate in it. You know who else likes wrestling? Bad Bunny. And I don't know how to explain it,
Yeah.
but Bad Bunny's transition felt pretty organic, natural, and even more welcoming. Travis Scott really does feel like in the way. Is he really enjoying because he's in wrestling, or he's just geeking out because like, look what I get to do today? So it's like that's why I tell you, man,
I
this
mean, but he
backstage
always
talk is
showed love to
ridiculous.
wrestling. That's why I say he actually loves wrestling.
Yeah, I hear
He
you,
put
but
a whole brand out with that. You know, much as I don't like Mick Foley, he put a brand. His brand is Cactus Jack, and
I hear
so
you.
that's what his shoes are. That's why he named. That's part of why he names his shoes that. His brand that, and so that's a part of wrestling
Why is he so bad at it?
because he likes Mick Foley.
Oh,
No, let me stop. I don't know. It's just He shouldn't be in those big of moments. Like I said, be an entrance
with Jay.
and maybe get trained for your own type of match. I'll be good with that. Just like Bad Bunny did, he trained for his own match with Damian Priest, or in the tag match he did with Damian Priest, and that's cool. Do that.
Even
Even
Logan
if you
Paul
had,
came in pretty well.
even if you had a Royal Rumble entrance, that
Mm,
I mean, it wouldn't be the best, but I wouldn't mind that
mm,
because you see, I Show Speed doing it now. Bad
yeah.
Bunny had a Royal Rumble entrance. I mean, it's a bunch of people had a Royal Rumble entrance. That's kind of what part of what Royal Rumble is, just having somebody you just don't know who coming out.
Yeah, I
So,
know, but I kind of wanted to be a wrestler. I hate to be that guy. I really do, but I don't know. I feel like I do kind of feel like there's too much of an emergence with celebrities in wrestling, and that's cool and all, but
yeah.
I'm going to watch wrestlers. What I want to ask you this. This is a little. No, we got kind of dry. Now I want to go too deep into this because Kenny Omega had a very interesting statement.
Okay.
He said that we're probably not too far off from a WrestleMania main event of Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast.
Oh God.
What do you make of something of that nature based upon how you see WWE trending?
I wouldn't say main event, but I wouldn't doubt that the match could happen at WrestleMania.
Hmm. Would you be into it?
No, as much as I think Mr. Beast is a good guy. I mean, he's good for a lot of people watch him. I mean, he's gonna get you a lot of views. Just like Logan Paul. That's what Logan Paul's here for. Logan Paul's coming in to get whatever match he wants and for a viral moment or eyes on the product. And that's
Yeah,
what he's
viral
here
moment. There
for.
you go.
But for them to get it, I really don't even want them to get a match at WrestleMania. I really wouldn't want that because all these wrestlers fight so hard to get a match on a regular pay per view, let alone WrestleMania. And you gonna take that WrestleMania spot, that WrestleMania paycheck from them? Eh, people gonna watch WrestleMania either way. We don't need that.
Well, they might watch it either way, but you want the casuals to come in. You want people who are not fully
Mm-mm.
involved in wrestling to people. I really do think that's more the direction because with businesses and growth, you evolve. And sometimes evolving means you got to become a little less of what you were and more of something that you weren't. And I think WWE is kind of going in that trend where it was sports entertainment, where it really emphasized the entertainment.
Yeah.
Now I think it's just not going to get rid of the sport because of course you have to have the sport, but now it's going to be sports celebrity entertainment to some degree.
Uh, well, I mean, that's gonna get a lot of people tuning out if you do that way too often. Because I get it, you're happy. A lot of people are acknowledging wrestling now. Complex is showing it on a regular basis. World Star, whoever, all these sports things, ESPN, they showing wrestling now. Most of WWE. I know you. I get it. You're excited about that. You want to keep that going. You got Pat McAfee
Yeah.
showcasing it, and he's a big figure in sports. Um, Stuff like that. You got all these YouTubers and like just influencers or artists, music artists, whatever they come from, whatever sports athlete, whatever they got. You got them in the building. You got them coming to more
Yeah.
shows more often.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what a wrestling fan wants. More people to come in and talk about wrestling with. Because some people aren't like us. They ain't got nobody to talk about wrestling with. They just got themselves. Because not a lot of people was liking wrestling anymore. So they just enjoy it by themselves. And so I'm happy to have people I can talk to. I love to have this. I'm glad we have the show to talk about it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm glad for our fans right here to talk about. I like to go back and forth with them about wrestling, about posts we do about
Yeah.
wrestling.
I get you.
Yeah, and but and WWE is trying to bring all that in, but don't overdo that because we still want wrestling. We still want actual wrestlers doing this day in day out as much and it's so we so backstage with it. We know what's going on,
So let me
and we.
ask you. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, let me ask you. Does this make the alternative of AEW look a little bit more appealing? Because I mean, there is
Eh,
still that. Because I mean, there talk about the opposite end of that spectrum. They don't pull in the biggest ratings. They don't pull in the biggest crowds. But I mean, they're still good wrestling. they're still around.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's like,
and that's
will they end up benefiting if there is any type of backlash or turn against
I
WWE?
yeah, because and that's why AEW was brought in anyway because the what Vince was doing, people were just turned off by it, and so they went to the alternative, and AEW got big, and that's what we need AEW for. As much as we love WWE for what they do and for their story, but if you go too far with what we just talked about was too much celebrities and stuff like that, and you're not focused on these stars coming up or these stars that's in their prime right now. If you're not focusing on them, we switching.
Hmm. You turn the channel.
I'm just saying, but I mean, I watch both, so I mean, I'm gonna stick around because I watch both anyway.
Turn the TV off.
Shout out to Kendrick, but but I'm just saying, like, don't get too caught up in this celebrity. Don't be celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, that's right.
If you remember that show, MTV, people this time about bringing that back and whatnot, but I don't know if they will. But if you remember Celebrity Deathmatch, it was clay figures of celebrities fighting in the ring, wrestling and whatnot. And they had actually wrestlers in there too. Stone Cold was on there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I remember I was on there.
I think
but
Undertaker might have been on there.
Yeah, he might have been. But don't become that. It's nice to have celebrities here and there, do a little spot, but don't make it all about them.
I hear you. That's not, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I can see the concern there is to it, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Celebrities have always kind of been a part of wrestling to some degree.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
the way
yeah.
back to WrestleMania 3. Hell, maybe WrestleMania 1. Cyndi Lauper, I think, was at that one too.
Mm-hmm.
You had Lawrence Taylor. He main evented WrestleMania 11 with Bam Bam Bigelow. It wasn't Diesel and Shawn Michaels. I think that was WrestleMania 11. That's when Rich
Yeah,
Lonnie was on the show.
it was.
Okay. So I mean, it won't be the first time a celebrity has main evented, but WrestleMania matches with Johnny Knoxville, Logan Paul debut match was a WrestleMania match, I believe.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
I
Yeah.
mean, and those were enjoyable matches. I'm not gonna lie. That was WrestleMania 38. I was there in the building. I enjoyed. I mean, Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn was entertaining, very entertaining.
That was actually one of the better matches of that night. That match was so good. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, Pat McAfee. We talk about him and Gunther, right? We could slide into him and Gunther, but I mean, Pat McAfee at WrestleMania 38 against Theory, very entertaining. The crowd was into it from the theme song he had with the white stripes.
Yeah.
That got the crowd into it very much. And like I said, his surprise moves that he had against Theory, and he won. But I didn't like what went down with him and Gunther at Backlash.
Oh, you didn't like good Pat McAfee? It was a story of perseverance.
Nah, it's unneeded. I don't think it's needed. Gunther, they could have had some other match then if they're gonna do something like that. And that's why I kept pushing for it to lead to a bigger moment. It was somebody to save Pat McAfee.
You want to Goldberg to show up.
in Goldberg.
Goldberg that has nothing to do with Pat McAfee.
I mean, not that I'm a Goldberg fan, but it's just a moment, and it had made to me it made sense. It wasn't about Pat McAfee. It's about Gunther and Goldberg.
No, but
Gunther
Pat
was supposed to beat down Pat McAfee so bad and beat him, and then continue to beat him down, and then Goldberg come out or somebody. It didn't even have to be Goldberg. It could be somebody else.
Who's going?
I don't care who it is.
Pat McAfee.
It ain't about Pat McAfee. It's about saving Pat McAfee. It's about stopping Gunther from terrorizing somebody who shouldn't even been in the ring against him in the first place.
Well, okay. Well, I get it was a Jey Uso story, but nobody was stopping Gunther for trying to kill Jimmy.
I mean, they wouldn't. But I mean, that was to build up him and Jay, though. That was just giving Jay motivation. That's what that story is about. But this thing with Pat it's like they giving Pat respect.
Oh, you don't think Gunther should have gave Pat respect?
No.
Oh, wow.
How you giving Pat McAfee respect and you not giving Jey Uso no respect?
Because Pat put up a better. Because Pat's a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, get out of here. You give me no reason.
No.
That right there gave me no reason for you to give
No,
Pat
no, no,
respect
no.
and not
First of all,
give Jey Uso respect, who's actually a
yo,
wrestler.
it's a reason. I can't help it if you don't like the reason, but
Ain't
it is
no,
a
it ain't
reason.
no good reason.
Okay,
When
well,
you give me
look.
a reason, I'm saying give me a good reason.
Okay. Pat McAfee's a former Super Bowl champ. He lasted in the
All
ring
right.
longer than Jey Uso is a professional wrestler. There
Mhm.
is a certain expectation of being able to defend himself. Pat McAfee's a retired football player who has won a championship, who's coming into a ring as a commentator, and he was able to take those blows a lot easier than what Gunther was expecting. So it's one of those where it's like the bully beats up on the kid keeps coming back. Bully's like, you're still a little B, but I respect you. No?
Mm-mm.
All right, listen, you ain't got
I
to
mean,
like
I
it.
get what you're saying, but no, man. Jay came back and beat you for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Gunther
And
did the
you
same
can't
thing.
respect. Gunther is a sore loser.
Oh, now you sound like
You
Michael Cole.
I mean, you
This is
lost, so you
this
can't
is
have. So you don't want to have respect. But the fact that you beat down Pat McAfee and he stood and he fought back, you respect him. You respect somebody after you win, but you can't respect nobody after you lose.
Oh, that's your point. No, he's a front runner.
I mean,
Okay, that's fair.
so I don't know. I don't. That's why I ain't like it. Like I said, it is pointless. They could have had Gunther. That could have been on Raw. That could have been
Uh,
on Raw. That shouldn't have been on the pay per view
that's
or
fair.
PLE,
Well,
whatever you want to call it.
I don't disagree that the quality of the match could have. Well, it's
I
a
mean,
B pay per view, so it's not
it
like
is.
it ain't like it's a high pay per view.
Well, they could have had that on Saturday Night's main event. One of the two. I felt like something. I don't know. Trying to think of what else could have took that spot. Maybe a tag team title match
Oh,
or
listen,
something.
Jay versus Gunther, part 2, Backlash.
I
It's
mean, yeah, they built
Backlash.
it. They built him right back to that anyway because Gunther won his shot back at the world title.
I think that's what it could have built to. So that way, then right after, because you would have had that. Because right now they're not even doing anything with the Logan Paul Jey Uso. They could have done Gunther and Jay one more time. How does Jay get the win? I book that later. Who cares? Can't do it now, so it don't matter. The point is, they could have done it. Jay wins, and then Gunther just has to take the loss and move on. I guess against Cena.
Yeah, hey, possibly, yeah. But I mean, they built into it. I mean, Logan Paul got that cheap shot on last week's Raw.
That was after the cameras went off. You saw that online. That's an
Yeah, I mean it's
online
an online thing, but I
exclusive.
mean it still happened. They still replayed it.
Uh-huh.
So that's what part of the build up for Logan Paul. I mean, I think Logan Paul kind of has the same build up every time he wrestles, but
I think
but
the Logan Paul magic has worn off on you.
I mean, it just seems
I don't.
like, oh yeah, y'all surprised I could do this as well as I do, and I'm better than y'all, and I say I'm full time, but I'm not really full time, and y'all need to respect me.
Boom. There it is.
And I'm gonna give you a cheap shot leading up to the match, and then we're gonna have a match. I'm gonna do some hot spots, hopefully get a viral moment, but I might not win
You,
unless I get the brass knucks.
you know, if you had a southern accent and use a little more swear words, you would have sounded like Jim Cornette. Talk about a John Moxley match.
Oh,
That's a good breakdown. That's kind of what happens with a Logan Paul situation. That's why I'm not too into it myself. And for me, the matches, we talk about this ideal of viral moments. Logan Paul hasn't had a viral moment in forever. Him not having a him having a decent match with AJ Styles, who doesn't have a bad match, he had a decent match. You lost me there. I'm just lost there. I don't even care no more about Logan Paul.
yeah. I mean the sucker punch on Jay was. I mean, you can say that was viral because they touted that on Raw. They said they got so many million views. So I guess that was his viral moment. The sneak attack.
Okay, I hear you. So is that what WWE does? Do they tell wrestlers, okay, go online and start looking at this reel?
They don't count for millions now. Come on now.
No, but they help.
Oh, okay, but I
They
don't know.
help.
But it's like they already looking past that because Gunther done called his shot. He got next. So I know they ain't gonna have no Logan Paul versus Gunther.
No, but the fact they are looking past it is kind of, I don't know, that's kind of telling. Like,
I mean,
Well, yeah, I know we did this. I guess people may not like it, but don't worry, wrestling fans. We'll give you Gunther.
Right. But then also, like I said, you got everybody coming after Jay. You got Seth Rollins, and he done told Braun Breaker to attack Jay. So you know Jay gonna have to get some get back on that. So when is that coming out? Well, I mean, when Jay gonna face Seth?
I don't know because that still goes back to what Sammy going to do and all that.
Yeah,
I don't know when is it going to. I don't know, but you know what? I will say this: at least with Jay being champion and all these people seem to put a target on him, is making the world title feel like an important title.
yeah,
So it's helping
yeah,
build up that credibility. The thing
yeah,
is, Jay's got to win these matches to maintain his credibility as champion.
yeah. And that's what I said. That's one of the best things about Jay being champion. That vulnerability, you think he might lose, just like he did with the Intercontinental title. He lost that quick. So it was like, dang, is Jay gonna lose this? What they gonna do the same thing he did with the Intercontinental title? He's gonna lose like that. So and he like I said, he already fought Seth Rollins already, but Seth Rollins still breathing down his neck, and so and then he got Braun Breaker on the side as his attack dog,
Yeah, he
if
is
you
kind of
will.
acting like that. No, he's acting like that. He does seem like more of an attack dog.
Yeah.
Why is he getting
So
all of
we don't know how this gonna actually play out, but like I said, yeah, Jay got the target on his back. He got the world championship, and that's how it should be.
Yeah,
Multiple opponents coming out at the same time, and just gotta get back to back, line them all up, knock them down like this. see how he play out.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it does go from here.
Hmm.
What else happened on Backlash?
Lyra and Becky, I think they had a great
Oh
match.
yeah, and I thought it
Uh,
was a very good match too. That was one of the. That was probably the best match of the night, wasn't it? I thought it was.
hey, it might be, but I mean, that four way went great.
Yeah, multi man. You know, Drew McIntyre
Yeah.
got hurt in that 4-way.
Oh, he did. Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, with that, South of Heaven through the table in the
yeah.
audience, man, that was a crazy spot, man. I knew they. I like I said, I said it on the watch along, look, bro. They done after that. That was their last. They ain't doing no more in this match. They do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the Lyra and Becky. Lyra showed a lot of heart. I think in this feud, she is bringing her personality out. Um, and she like, I love how she defends the title. She's great in the ring already. She just need that personality and a character for herself, other than people call her the Bird Lady. Um,
She's a bird lady.
nah,
But
she
no,
just
she
needs.
is like a little spunky Irish bird lady.
That's the addition to it.
Well, at
But
least
yeah,
she has a little attitude to her, so I know that much about her.
yeah, yeah.
She's a little bird lady.
But Becky still has an attitude too, and she's going off of what people been saying about her, and she's saying why she left uh on her last hiatus. She said, "Y'all, I see online. I mean, y'all don't want me here, so I take my leave. But y'all continue to talk about me, about this and that. Oh, I'm what she say?
Oh, you say I'm a something. I'll be that. You say I'm a bully. I'll be that. Or I'm
Yeah,
a not a ball hog, but you know, a spotlight, something like that.
yeah. I'm holding down the rest of the girls."
Yeah,
And one of the best lines, I thought she had a dope line. Like these girls in the back gonna feel how it is to be
you're held
held
down
down
by a
by the
man.
man. I thought that was cool. That was a good line.
That was a good line. Becky's not too bad at promo when she wants to be.
I think she won, if not the best woman promo of all time.
All time,
I'm trying to think who. I don't know if we had. I think we had this conversation before, but I'm trying to think who else is that good on the mic. What other woman is that good on the mic?
Tony Storm.
I mean, yeah, she won on too now,
Yeah.
but Becky been doing it longer than her, been this good longer than her.
Um. Well, even then, I don't know. I had to come back to it and think about it because I gotta see her
I mean,
story.
it's something good. Like I said, some of them are good, but I think Becky the best woman that's on the mic. That's been on the mic.
Okay.
As far as a wrestler, I don't know about managers and whatnot. You might even say Sensational Sherry, but I still don't think she was.
No, Sensational Sherry was she
Or
was no, she was fine, but she was no. I would not say her.
um, I'm
I
trying to think.
wouldn't.
Because China didn't talk like that. Trish wasn't good. Lita wasn't good.
Don't say Trish wasn't good. Because Trish was a heel, she was actually pretty good. Her and Mickey
I,
James, they had good like back
oh,
and forth.
Patricia's a heel.
Well,
She's decent.
thank you, Trish. That's what you say. All right, that's what you should say.
Thank you, Trish.
There it is.
We all love Trish
Respect.
Stratus now. We all love Trish now, but I mean, I'm just saying.
The disrespects.
But I mean, so I don't know if Becky wants to go back for the Intercontinental title against Lyra, or is she going for the World Championship too? Because I know Rhea wants to, even though Rhea teamed with Io on Raw, and Rhea's back in my good graces. For now, because that build up to WrestleMania 41 was I was done with Rhea. She was annoying.
So now
Uh,
she's back to now you're fine with
she
it.
might be getting back. I don't know, but we gonna see how this thing. See, because like I like how she teamed up with Io and showed her respect, and she still wants that World Championship. So, but is Becky gonna get in that picture also, or she just gonna keep going after Lyra?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question because she sent out she put the locker room on notice.
Yeah.
So it's like that was kind of just to any and everyone. We'll see where it goes. If anyone steps up to her, she starts stepping up to people.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be interesting. But as far as the rest of Backlash, I mean, the Philly four way was talking about um Jacob. I mean, it was a great match, back and forth. Sequence of moves and whatnot. I mean, how Philly four ways go. Me and you love the multi-man matches.
Yeah, they're
I
mostly
love,
good.
I love the chaos and love how
Yeah.
everything goes along. Like I said, that spot with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre in the crowd. The part I love, Damian Priest put Drew McIntyre facing the camera, like, oh, he's bored at work. Drew McIntyre be on his phone or certain matches,
Yeah,
so
like
he tried to
another board day at work.
right. So he threw that line back in his face, and like I said, the South of Heaven through the table was a great spot. But we had Jeff Cobb, if it, debuting this match, showing up with Solo, which is weird to me. I thought it would have been Hikuleo debuting with Solo, but here we got Jeff Cobb. And if you don't know Jeff Cobb, he's from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He had a stint in AEW and whatnot.
An
Um,
appearance,
yeah,
couple appearances.
yeah. I see him as like a Rhino type. That's what he gives off for me
He's
right
sort of
now.
like a Jacob Fatu. Maybe not as intense, he can be, but it's too many big men in the same setting.
Yeah, I don't know. Triple H touted him, say you don't know who Jeff Cobb is, you will. Um,
I don't disagree with that.
yeah. So I'm just like I said, I was just surprised to see him with the bloodline because he's not in the family.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Um,
That's a little, but Solo in the family at this point.
nah, he's still family though. He's right there. I don't know. I just want to see how Jeff Cobb. I think this is right here is Solo trying to take his power back and showing Jacob like you kind of straying away, and I'm kind of showing you I don't exactly need you. I can replace you right here with this guy right here, but I'm showing you why you need me.
Mm, okay.
And Jacob was reluctant to take the victory like that, but he did.
But I mean, it's handed to you right there. It's one of those.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do? Pick him back up and be like, nah.
all right. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
But look on Jacob's face saying, "Oh man, ain't what I expected or what I wanted." But I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'm gonna see about this later. That's what Jacob feeling right now.
All
So
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Um, well, let me ask you this question then. Where do you see Jeff Cobb, let's say by SummerSlam?
my SummerSlam fighting Jacob.
Fighting Jacob. Okay.
Yep,
For the US title?
yep,
Oh, by SummerSlam.
yeah. I mean,
I,
if they
I
build up like he want, I mean, unless he's just helping Solo do it,
well, I mean, that's what I was like. I don't know. Does Solo want a title shot?
I would have thought they'll fight a little earlier. Maybe because when is because I mean SummerSlam usually what August.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the July pay per view will be.
Money in the Bank, isn't it? But that June. And then they have the Saudi show, Night of Champions. I'm pretty sure they have another Saturday night main event coming up too.
Yeah, there's so many shows, man. You don't know what's gonna be there, be at what. So I think they're gonna fight within the summer because, like I said, Jacob already ain't feeling what's going on, and so this will be a summer of them bickering and end it off with a match in SummerSlam. It's 2 nights.
Yeah, it is too nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a lot of wrestling. That's a lot
Yeah,
of WWE. Let me say that.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think SummerSlam should be 2 nights. I mean, just give me WrestleMania 2 nights and everything else be one night, 2.5 to 3 hours, maybe 3.5 for SummerSlam. But
I don't know if I'm against a 2 night Royal Rumble.
really.
I don't know if I'm against it.
I mean, I can see what you're saying because the Royal Rumble itself is already going to be hour plus, and so that's taking most of the match. And like I said, the women could be first night, men could be the second night, or switch back and forth depending on what's going on, what the ending is, and who's winning. Um,
Kind of gives you some talking points too. Like the first night ends, you can do two world title matches,
yeah,
grudge match, singles match, and then a rumble or tag
yeah,
match type
tag
thing. You know.
match, yeah. Cause Lord, them tag, well, that's already Royal Rumble. I'm talking about them tag matches. We need more. I mean, Raw, the Raw tag division needed more going on. I mean, I love the New Day. They,
They're not doing anything though. That's just the thing.
I mean, they
They're go-
are. I mean,
no,
they're the
no,
comment. I love the commentary
I
because
know,
they
but
had with.
they're not actually doing anything because they're just doing commentary. Because what, they gonna fight the Viking Raiders again?
I mean, it seemed like it was building up to. I mean,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like they're not. New Day is fine. There's no apology to it. It's just they're not doing anything with them.
I mean, they just need to get these other teams to get some traction. I'm like, it's not like they're the only team that got traction.
Mm.
And that's what it is. I mean, like I said, you got the Viking Raiders, you got American Made, you got Judgment Day, LWO. I mean, is that it? I'm thinking
Let me
so.
about to see if I can pull up the rest of the roster.
But I mean, you could do something with those teams. Oh, Austin Theory and
Grayson Waller,
Grayson Waller, and those your
Alpha
teams.
Academy, Bloodline,
Hey,
Progressive
Alpha Academy,
Smackdown,
they ain't doing nothing.
Creed
They
Brodus.
there.
Uh, they still call them Imperium.
No, I'm surprised they ain't doing that with him as much. They had a backstage interview that got interrupted with Ludwig Kaiser, but I'm surprised they ain't doing more with him. I wouldn't be surprised if he might join Breaker and.
Well, everyone could just join this group, huh?
I mean, I'm just trying to think of options. 'Cause I feel like it's gonna be more than just them two.
I don't know. Part of me feel like it should just be, but you also had New Catch Republic. They're a tag team.
Okay, okay, I like them.
So right now, this group is just called Paul Heyman guys.
I guess they ain't an official name that I heard of.
War Raiders. Yeah, that's really about it. Um, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but tag team is tag teams. Tag team division has just it hasn't been treated with the best of care. SmackDown has a good run, but after got to see what Money in the now what's that? The ladder match that happened. It was a great ladder match. It was a good story building to it for the most part.
Amazing ladder
But
match.
now what? Like now we're past that point. We got some things
Yeah,
going on because didn't they? Wait, did they lose the tag team titles?
no. They was going against Fraxium, so I mean,
Fraxium won though.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they get a title shot now or what that's going on with that. So like I said, they did, and that's another thing. They add a new great tag team in Fraxium on SmackDown. So that's why SmackDown tag team division is way better. And they add more teams. That's gonna be good.
No,
It'll
yeah,
get
I get you. It's just that's what I'm saying. With the Raw tag team division, it's not doing very well in interest. At least I'm not
yeah.
that interested in it. Did they not win the tag team titles?
No, that's a match. So I mean, we'll see where it goes. But as far as what other matches on the Intercontinental title match? Oh yeah, Penta and
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio. Great match. Dominic continues to get better. But that match was about the friction between Finn Balor and the whole group, and Finn Balor trying to mess them up. trying to be smart about it, trying to hold him up. And
Well, hey, listen, he was just saying, hold him right there. I'll be right back. He was going to get something. He was going to knock him out real clean. He was helping out the best way he knew how.
okay, we all know what he was doing. Um,
Mhm.
and Finn Balor continues to try to be sneaky about it, but Finn Balor got to get some wins under his belt, bro. he done, 'cause he
Yeah,
don't,
wins would help.
yeah, because he done lost again against AJ Styles on Raw. I'm like, man, where's the Finn Balor I knew in NXT, bro? Like, God, and then who came up and won a Universal title? Like, that dude is way gone. He
Yeah, he got
gone.
hurt. He got hurt.
I know, but he been back for a minute. That's been that was
No,
what 2017 too, ain't it?
the person came back,
The
but
person
that
came back.
Finn Balor that you knew, long gone. That Finn Balor you knew went. Oh, I don't know when the pinpoint was, but there was definite change. I'll tell you the last time you probably saw him when he almost beat Brock Lesnar for the world title.
Yeah.
He ain't been the same Finn Balor since from that standpoint, even.
I thought we saw him again when he went back to NXT.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
was the Prince, Prince
yeah,
Devitt.
Prince Devitt.
Yeah, that's
I thought he was.
NXT.
I thought he was back with that, but then, like I said, come back to the main roster.
Because NXT ain't canon. It's not that NXT.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel feeling bad for Finn, like I said, because I've been such a fan of him. But I don't know. Like I said, he's playing like a jobber role right now, a jobber for the stars.
Uh, he he's building up talent.
I mean, that's cool, but you got to get your legacy up there, man. Especially on the main roster. You had Intercontinental title, U.S. title, whatever, tag team. That's cool.
Universal.
One day, bro.
Hey, he won it. Regardless how you can't take it away from him. He's the
You
first
can't. I
champion.
mean, especially being an inaugural champion, you can't take it away. But I think the Universal title is dead anyway, though.
Yeah, they discontinued it. Cena
Yeah,
at least retired that one.
right. He making some progress.
He
Uh,
is.
but I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what Finn Balor does. Like I said, he got I mean, it's always dissension in the Judgment Day. It's been that for the longest. We always thought they was all gonna break up, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I just hope he do it. He gets out the group, and they can keep Judgment Day going. But get Finn Balor out the group, be on your own, and bring back the Finn Balor we know. We want to know. Let me say that.
Would it be a heel or a face?
He been in here for a good minute. Give me babyface Finn Balor.
You want a baby face Finn Balor. Okay.
Yeah, anti-hero Finn Balor, whatever you want to call it.
Leader of the Bullet Club, Finn Balor.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I think they had the match with AJ Styles for like the Bullet Club like anniversary or something like that. I think it was recent.
Oh, it
So
could have been.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, AJ Styles, Mr. TNA, Mr. Everywhere. But I just want to talk a little about TNA. With the TNA title on the line, boy Trick Williams.
Yeah, Trick Williams.
Trick Williams been going back and forth for TNA, and he call him Average Joe. He said he gonna take his title, take his brand, and Joe Hendry's 15 minutes of fame is up. But Hendry he fired back doing the contract sign and said, "You lost the NXT title, your last shot at NXT title. You about to lose this match."
Yep. And then
So,
what? And then
right.
what, Trick? What you gonna do then? What's gonna happen to Trick Williams? Maybe your 15 minutes of fame will be up.
Right. It's like this ain't your biggest match, but it's your most important match because you at a crossroads of what you gonna do next. And I mean, that was a good line from him. Much as I don't like Joe Hendry, but
Why you don't like Joe Hendry? Why don't you believe?
I don't know. I just can't take him serious. I don't know. I mean, like I said, he got a good theme song and all. I get why people like him. I mean, I get the joke.
You
It's
get the
fun.
joke?
It's funny, but I mean, I ain't gotta be a fan.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I'm going for Trick Williams in this match, and I would like, cause I always said that somebody gonna have each other's belt from the two brands.
Now, who has the
So,
TNA title that's in WWE?
no, I'm
Oh, I'm saying
saying
who's in WWE on TNA that has a WWE title?
no, I'm saying it could happen. That's like this. I mean, this could be it.
But who's going to be in TNA with a WWE title?
What you mean? As far as what? I mean, like I said, Trick Williams get that title, and then he could be in both brands like he doing now. Show up in both brands.
Yeah, I hear you, but I guess you're saying it could be like a trade off. But who
Now,
would
I'm
be the
not saying
trade
it's a
off?
trade off. I'm saying somebody could get somebody was going to eventually win somebody the other brand's belt.
Oh yeah, okay, I hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Well, and it's always yeah. That part I don't like about the deal because that's how Christian and Kenny Omega was fighting for the TNA title on the AEW show.
yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I would like Trick Williams to win. I don't know. But I also want to see Trick on the Herb and go to the main roster, and I hope they have some plans for him. I
Well,
think they kind of they don't have the plans right now, so they have him over in TNA and doing this big TNA title match. But I mean, it's still something going on, and so that's why I like it. But I also don't want to see him lose like this. Yeah,
well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the story of him losing because it does kind of show maybe Trick, you don't have it all together. Maybe you have to recalibrate.
yeah, because he's saying he bigger than the brand. He bigger than both brands combined.
Yeah, I like that statement because no one is bigger than the brand. No one has ever been bigger than the brand itself. For everyone who thinks they're bigger than the brand, guess what? The brand is still around,
Yeah. Well,
just
we gonna
in
say,
general.
well, he got to put his money where his mouth is. Let's talk about it,
Yeah,
as he say. So we gonna see this. We gonna see this match. It's happening at Battleground, ain't it? I think it's at Battleground.
yeah, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
Contract
yeah, yeah.
signing for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And also we have another title match, NXT title match. Oba Femi defending against Miles Bourne, unlikely candidate for a contender, unlikely contender, not candidate, unlikely contender to fight Oba Femi, but Miles Bourne won the battle royal, and he going up. Like people call him Baby Randy Orton.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, and he had a good speech on NXT. Talking about he fighting for all the kids struggling with a disability, and he don't want you to look at his disability, look at my ability of what I could do. Yeah, I talk funny, but it don't matter. I can still take you out in this ring,
I hear you, Zach
and you
Gowen.
and yeah, oh, don't do the Zach Gal. I think he better than him.
I'm not handicapped. I'm just handy capable.
Handy capable. But we gonna I mean we gonna test him. He beat Ethan Page on NXT. Miles Bourne did. And Ethan Page is a former NXT champion. And so, but I don't think he could do the same thing with Open Femi, but I mean like he go get a good hope spot. That's what I see coming from that match.
I mean, it
And
should be a pretty good match. I mean, it may be a decent back and forth. It may not be a
yeah,
complete rundown.
yeah. I mean, but I think this is something to build him up though. Because I feel like NXT needs the next few stars to come up. Because like I said, Trick is ready to go up. I think Oba's ready to go up. Ethan Page ready to go up. Um,
They're not gonna move all of them though.
that's what I'm
Because
saying. They're not gonna move all of them at
even
the
if they
same
move all
time.
of them, it's like where would you even put them on the main roster when you have so many other people?
Yeah. It's a lot of people working for WWE. There's a lot of big stars on the main roster and whatnot. But you can't keep these guys down in NXT forever.
Let's say down. That's the thing, right? We still look at is NXT still developmental? They
Yes,
have a network show on the CW.
that's nice.
That's a premier. They are, dude. I
I mean,
don't
it was
know.
on
It's like
USA too, but I mean, it still ain't Raw and
yeah, but
SmackDown.
USA is cable. This is network, which means more people can actually watch. See, more people can watch the CW than Raw and SmackDown. Although more people do not watch NXT, they can.
That's what I'm saying. They can, but I don't mean they are. So that's
I
what I'm
hear you.
saying. They want to get where more people see them, and that's Raw and SmackDown, and they especially that being on Netflix and USA.
Or do you
And
just
well,
not try
Netflix for a
to?
lot of the world.
Do you just not try to build up NXT and make it more of a brand instead of just a
I mean, they've
developmental?
been they've
Because,
been trying to do that for a minute.
but what is Evolve now?
Same thing. It's just lower tier. They
So
got
it's
tier. They got
so
it's levels to this.
no, I know it says levels, but it's like at what point? Because some people go from NXT to Evolve. So I might look at this like WWE is the NFL, NXT is college football, Evolve is high school football. Is
Mm.
that the hierarchy? Because I mean, we're talking about developmental, and that's the hierarchy of a football player.
I would say I would say Evolve is community college, but
I mean, that's college football.
I don't know. I mean, it's more local. I guess I don't know. I guess that's what it is. That's why I said community college. But I mean, if you're doing that type of, you're talking about it like that.
Mm.
But I mean, I just don't think NXT would be on the level of Raw, SmackDown. Unless they tried to do it. I mean, their best chance was when they was doing it, like they did the NXT Invasion and stuff like that, and they did the Survivor Series with NXT involved. I think that was their best time to do it,
It
but
was.
it just didn't work out. And I mean, NXT be getting more better ratings than AEW in certain moments, so it's there. It's competing.
It's competitive.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
So
just your stars are on Raw and SmackDown. That's who your stars are, and people want to be on that level. Like you see, Julia and Roxanne just went up there. We thought there was gonna be a team. Now they done broke up after they lost on Raw.
that is true.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Because
Damn.
and but you like I said, but NXT. Speaking of them, the NXT women's division is still probably better than probably Raw, SmackDown, AEW, all of them. I don't know, depending on who you're talking to. Yeah, Stephanie McCool is a champ, about to defend against Jordan Grace. So we're gonna see
Yeah,
where that go.
that's going to be a good match. I'm thinking about that statement. Is it the best? Because women's wrestling has gotten a little bit better, especially in AEW. It's gotten a little bit better.
Oh yeah,
Um,
everybody must
even
have because
though I'm not too big on some of the stories, the matches on the main roster have been pretty good at least. Lyra, Becky, you had a triple threat at Mania. It's starting to
mm-hmm,
even itself out with women's wrestling. This is why I
yeah.
believe you're going to come up with Evolve pretty soon.
Who?
Evolve, the women's
Oh, the women's.
evolution, whatever it's called.
Oh, Evolution. Oh, the pay per view.
Yeah, that's still talked about. So I don't know if that's the thing or not, but
I will
that's
see.
still.
Like I said, the women are showing out everywhere. But like I said, I think ever since that statement was made, I think a lot of people have been stepping up. That NXT had the best roster for the women. I think a lot of women on the Raw, SmackDown rosters, and AEW rosters have stepped up since that statement has been made. I feel like.
Well, I feel like the women have still kind of wrestled the same. It's not that it has the best roster. It's just that the women were treated the best. It's like
Yeah.
they were treated as a priority as opposed to just a thing. Because especially in AEW, where it was treated like we have to give the women a segment. Now the women are kind of treated as somewhat of a priority. That's what I meant when I was like NXT has the best women's presentation in that sense, not the best roster because the rosters are going to be different, especially because again, developmental, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as giving that priority, because NXT will start off the show with a women's match, and sometimes in a show with a women's match, and on these
Mm-hmm.
other shows, you was like, yeah, you get a women's match here, we give you a women's segment there, and then the
Mm-hmm.
rest of it is just the guys.
Yeah.
NXT really, it feels like a women's show some nights.
Yeah. Because
So I
I'm like I
mean,
say,
I like that. Mhm.
going on that roster. I mean, it's a number of people, number of them who could like main event any NXT show.
Yeah, it's a very good roster. Well, it's a good enough roster.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, but we'll see what. But who you think will win out of Stephanie and Jordan Grace?
Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how Jordan. Now Stephanie still is pretty brand new with the title. How long she had this title?
Ain't been that long.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Are we big on long title reigns? Because if you're not big on long title reigns, Jordan Grace could win it.
I I like long title reigns if they make sense for them to have it. I don't know if I like how the reign is going, depending on who it is and how the reign is going.
Okay.
Like I say, I just want to just give everybody a long title reign if it ain't if it ain't hitting on nothing.
Well, sometimes you may have to just wait for the story to pick up.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, after a while, it's like, yeah,
that's if the
come on.
story is still kind of slow. Where is titles? There's titles. Stephanie Vaquero's been 66 days. She's
Oh,
been NXT Women's Champion longer than she's been the North American Women's Champion.
yeah, and then and they gave her both titles at one time. So I mean, she's flourishing right now. But yeah, I can see her still getting this dub off on Jordan Grace though. At least I would
Yes,
like
that
her to
is
hold the
true.
belt longer. I mean, I hope they ain't trying to move Stephanie just yet. You just like I said, you just put Julia and Roxanne up there on the main roster.
Well,
So
it's
you
shown.
no.
I don't. Let's say Jordan Grace does win. Who else does she go against after that? Not Jordan Grace. Stephanie Vacour. Let's say she wins. Who's her next set of opponents? Because it could
Like
be.
you got Zarya right there. So Rook was the North American champion. Jada Parker still could get another shot. Um, Thea Hill, Tatum Paxley going at it right now. Uh,
Okay, Kalana Jordan. I guess she could.
yeah, Kalani about to trying to go up to the North American title again. She about to fight Zarya to get a title shot against Sol Ruka.
Okay,
So
there's still some people left.
yeah,
All right, all right. Yeah, just Julia. Yeah, Julia's kind of been going back and forth. Fallon Henley. I forgot about her.
Fallon, yeah, her Fatal Influence. They've been going at they was involved. They had a tag match against Jordan Grace and Stephanie McCoy on NXT last episode.
Hmm.
So they in the mix, but I mean they lost the match, but they in the mix.
They're not out of it.
Yeah, like I say, and Fallon Henley, she just had North American title, so they right there. But we can swing over AEW with their women's division. I mean, you got Tony Storm. I mean, she's just out of this world off the top right now. One of the biggest stars AEW has. Well, as far as who are going after her, like the Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hayter match coming up. Them two going back and forth, fighting each other, putting each other in the the crossface, chasing, fighting over all over the building and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I feel like with Jamie Hayter's going to win this match, I don't know. I'm trying to get into it. I feel like that's who we predicted, but I'm trying to get more into Jamie Hayter. I don't know. I'm feeling it right now. If we'll do it her.
Well, yeah, because it's still not in the best presentation, but it's not even about feeling it. I just want to see Mercedes lose, and I want to see it
Um,
because of Athena, and I want to see them two just have a match. I would like to see Athena get her win back. I still feel weird that Athena lost clean to Mercedes like that. Like she had a whole
yeah, yeah.
100+ day, I don't know how many day reign, and then undefeated streak, and then she just lose. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I mean, but it ain't bad to lose to Mercedes Monet. Ain't like just
Yeah, I hear
anybody. This
you.
girl had 4 belts. I mean, even though Mercedes did lose her New Japan Strong title, um, so now she only has 3 belts. Not only, I mean, it's still 3 belts, but I mean, she's down to 3 right now. But I mean, ain't nothing wrong losing to her. I mean, like it's a competitive match, but with Mercedes being a heel, I get what you're saying. She should have lost. She should have won in heel tactics instead of just beating
Well,
Athena.
it was just how it all happened. She just reversed her eclipse. I guess she still calls it the eclipse. I don't know if she changed the name or not, but the eclipse, that's what I'm gonna call it. And I don't know. Oh god, that finisher. I really do like Athena, but I always kind of wish she changed her finisher because I feel like it's just gonna be hell on her back when she gets older. Because
I
she does that
mean,
stunner from the top rope, but it's a
yeah,
flip.
yeah, yeah.
It's just so
I
much.
get you. I mean, she been doing it this long. I don't know, but hopefully she do what she got to do to keep her body right for it.
I hope so.
um, but yeah, I mean, I think that's how it's gonna go down. Oh yeah, Athena gets involved in this guy because I know her and Mercedes are not done after that match. Um, like I said, it's still a great match, but like I said, the ending, yeah, with a roll up. I mean, it can't end like that. The rivalry can't end like that. So yeah, I think Jimmy Hater goes on to fight Tony Storm. Tony Storm actually lost. Who she lost? Mira Shirakawa. Oh,
Yeah, Mina.
yeah, Mina. What's a Mira?
Yeah,
Mina. Sorry, I got the last
Mina.
name right.
She's Mina.
Shirakawa. I got that
Yeah,
part
that's
right.
the really important part. That's the
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
part
that's
to
the
say.
harder part. But so I don't know what that means for Tony Storm. I mean, because what's the name?
Well, it was an eliminator match, so that
Yeah,
means she gets a title shot.
okay. But cause
I just don't know
I
why
feel
you do
like
a
Mina
four
should.
way.
I know Mina is not in the country. I don't think she lives in the country, but she should have been more involved in her story, especially with the more part with Mariah May. I think she was just what has evolved as I wanted her to be.
Yeah, I get you, but I
She's like
mean,
here, she's here and there, and like it's a disconnect because she's not here all the time.
yeah,
And she comes back to
it's
get this
travel
win like
issues.
this.
Well, I mean, look, I mean, it's a fatal four way. That's the thing about it, right? And it's an
Yeah,
eliminator match. The real
yeah,
question is, how do we feel about eliminator matches? Because Tony Storm has done quite a bit of these, and I'm not a big fan of them. This goes back to when Vince McMahon was doing the number one. Remember how he'll do champion versus non-title match against a person,
yeah.
and he did it for like 3 weeks straight with the same people, and all of a sudden it becomes a title match, and it's like that's dumb.
Hmm.
AEW's kind of been doing this a lot lately. What are my knocks? I know you got to have matches, and I know Tony Storm's a fighting. Have her defend the title if you're going to have her do these things. I don't like the idea of an eliminator match because I can't. You're fighting the champion to try to get a title shot to fight the champion, so you're already giving away the money match.
Yeah,
And now
just
it's like, okay, now we're going to go ahead and if you win, you get a title shot. If you don't win, you don't get a title shot. And it's like it's
nah.
cool,
I already beat her.
yeah, right. I just rather
Yeah, just
just be
get
a title match. If we're
yeah,
gonna
just
do it.
give me a number one contenders match or a tournament or just build it up. Don't just give me the match right here. Yeah, I didn't never like those like that either.
Yeah, I'm not too big on that. But I mean, like you mentioned, Tony Storm, she did lose. So she has to fight Mina. I guess it'd be a double or nothing.
I
Let
would
me look at
assume
this booking
so.
card.
I would assume so. It'll be there.
Double or nothing. How you feel about double or nothing?
Um, well, the match about I'm looking forward to most is Hangman and Osprey, of course, because I really want to see who wins out of that. Anarchy in the I think Anarchy in the Arena done built up now, so that's gonna be interesting because it's just always chaos with that match. No matter who's in it. I don't think it's Moxley defending because he just defended in the cage match against Samoa Joe. Bloody cage match. It's crazy. With what's his name? Gabe Kidd and debuted, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's
He
not
gonna guess I guess
official.
he's I don't know if he's with Dev Riders officially or what, but so that's there. Um,
I do want to say Anarchy in the Arena is not official yet. So far, what they have is Will Ospreay Hangman, Mercedes Jamie, Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
uh,
Timeless Tony versus Mina Shiokawa.
hmm
And then FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. When the hell did that happen? I
Oh
need to watch
yeah,
Collision.
yeah. That's happening
That
on
happened
there.
on Collision.
I mean, I think they done made it happen because I mean, Swerve done called it out.
Yeah, but it's not official on the Wikipedia page, so it's not official.
Oh,
Tony Khan
Wikipedia.
needs to update the Wikipedia page.
Here you go. So I mean, that's gonna be the match. I mean, but like I said, the match I'm just automatically I gotta see is Osprey and Hangman. So that's a match I will be watching it for. Other matches are cool. Uh, and I can really gonna be fun, but that's the match I need to see because it could go either way
Yeah,
with that
you're right.
match.
It can. It can. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to a lot of this myself as of right now. Well, Jamie Hayter Mercedes because I just want to see who wins. Osprey and Hangman because we're gonna talk about Osprey here in a second.
Okay.
I couldn't care less about the Hurt Syndicate, Dustin and Sammy match, but want to see what's going to happen based upon new development with the MJF edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony Storm Mina is going to be. You know what? You know what? I am interested for Tony Storm and Mina because this may be a telltale of what is Mariah May is going to do. Did she resign with AEW? Is she leaving AEW? I
Yeah.
feel like this match, if she comes back to AEW, will be the thing to come back to. If she doesn't, then we know what the deal is.
Well, are we? You think they were having another match between them, or is Mariah gonna go after Mina?
She never got a rematch. She can go to Tony Storm again.
But I gotta see. I don't know. I gotta see how they play that out because if I'm trying to see who goes to All In, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, all in, Tony Storm's fighting the winner of Mercedes Monet and Jamie Hayter.
I know that, but I'm saying, but Tony Storm, does Tony Storm make it to All In? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, does she remain champion?
Yeah, if you're
I'm
talking
pretty
about
sure she
Mariah May
will.
being involved,
Well, Mariah May can get involved after she wins. I'm not saying because AEW likes to do the whole after the match. The trick here is if Tony Storm wins and she gets on the microphone. If she gets on the microphone, she's going to get interrupted by Mariah May. That's how you
okay.
know someone's going to make an appearance. Because people, the trick in AEW is if anyone gets on the mic after a match, best believe someone's about to interrupt them. Because what are you talking for? The match is over.
Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see. I don't know. See where Mariah May goes. But yeah, there was nothing. I'm still gonna be a good show, like I said, because AEW puts on great pay-per-views either way, no matter what's going on. And I hope they just keep it to these limited matches. That's
Well, you know that ain't going to happen. Don't even, you might as well get that thought out your head right now. Because you know we about to add at least maybe one or two more matches.
oh Lord, okay.
But we all know that
Oh,
AEW has the best wrestlers because according to Will Ospreay, they are the best. In fact, I do want to read this quote real quick.
okay. Here's a new quote.
Yeah, a new quote. Maybe it's from the same radio interview. Who knows? But it is a new quote. Why is this not loading? Hang on.
Oh, well, it's basically what Osprey saying. Continuing to say they got the best wrestlers and best wrestling in the business today. And Osprey, not being able to hang. Nobody being able to hang with him. That's what the last part of what he was saying. Nobody hang with him in WWE, or even on his
Well, he's
bad day.
on another level. That's his tagline.
That's his line. I mean, not that everyone agrees. Okay, here we go.
There you go. Will Ospreay says that AEW smokes WWE in every field of wrestling. We smoke them in every field of wrestling, bro. Look, we're just better. I respect everything what them do there. They know what I'm doing. I'm great at their job. They understand getting people on their feet, bro. But we just much better than wrestling than they are as a company, bro.
All right,
Like that.
that was good. That was good. I thought it was Osprey on the Champions Corner podcast.
There it is, right?
Hey, I show up, man. Osprey for real though. But I mean, he get a lot of people to agree with that. In every field though,
Well,
I don't know.
it's just when it comes down to the theatrics, the pageantry. You know what's going to be used as a measuring stick? It's going to be WrestleMania. People are going to look at WrestleMania who are a part of this belief and say, look at WrestleMania, all this advertising. Look at WrestleMania, all these people coming in and doing these ad spots. Every time Michael Cole introduced a match, it was brought to you by X, Y, and Z. Why does the match always got to be brought to me by somebody? Why can't I just have the match? It takes 50 minutes for them to get to the ring. Travis Scott, right? They're gonna say these things.
Oh.
But then
Just say his
AEW,
name.
but when it comes to it, this is what Will Ospreay said last week. When the bell rings and the bell rings, those moments, that is where AEW is the best, and this is where WWE can only give you a great match out of every 4 matches, or a great match out of maybe every 6 matches, depending on how they feel this week.
Mm-hmm.
AEW would give you a great match 5 times out of 4. I mean, 5 out of, well, not 5 out of 5, but 9 out of 10 times. That's it. They'll give you a great match.
Okay.
And that depends on how you feel about wrestling in that case. Do you like luchador wrestling, comedy wrestling, high flying wrestling, technical wrestling?
Yeah, ain't no doubt in that. They're gonna give you great matches on AEW, but it's just like it just seems like the continuous statement is, especially after a lot of the shows. Yeah, it was great wrestling, but what a story at, or what was forwarded, what was going on. It wasn't consistent. Or are we swerving again? And
Let me
so
ask you
all
this.
that is
Oh,
as much as great the matches are. We want what did I get from it? Why are these people? Why are these two people fight? Why are these two guys fight or two women fighting? And what's the follow up?
we talk about the complexities of stories, characters, and nuance.
Yeah,
What is Will Ospreay? If someone was like, "Who's Will Ospreay?" and you can't say he's a great wrestler, how do you describe Will Ospreay?
because what is he? British or he's
Yeah, he's British.
uh he's one of the, I mean, it's hard not just to say that. It's like he's one of the best wrestlers of today.
I know you,
I
but I mean,
mean,
okay.
other
Well, what
than
do you say?
that,
Okay, if someone,
he's
hang on. If someone never saw Seth Rollins, how would you describe Seth Rollins? You can't say he's a great wrestler. How you describe him?
Seth Rollins is outlandish guy who claims to be the visionary of WWE, who feels like he's carrying the torch of WWE into the future, and he should be mirrored after him.
You see, there's a difference. Will Ospreay is a little hard to explain when you can't say he's a great. Like if you had to explain these people without, because we all know the wrestlers. Everyone's a great wrestler. That's
Yeah,
He's a great wrestler. Well, so's Gunther. Like what? There's so Swerve. We get they're great wrestlers, but if you couldn't
yeah.
use that to describe them, how do you describe them? And it's like that's the
I mean,
problem. I think some people have with
Somebody
Will
probably do
Ospreay.
it better. Somebody would probably say it better than me about what he is. But
Okay,
I
well you know
mean, but
what?
that's the crush of what he's talking about. I'm a better wrestler. I'm the best wrestler in the world,
Yeah, I know, but a lot of
and
dude,
I'm
CM
better than
Punk
you.
said that. Chris
Other than
Jericho
that,
said that.
I'm gonna talk about the Assassin's Creed, kind of gimmick
Oh
he got.
man. And you
That's
know
what it
what?
seems like.
That's the thing to do in the comments. People comment, or if you see this video, what is Will Ospreay? If you had to describe Will Ospreay and you can't say he's the best wrestler, right? That's a given. Give another way to describe Will Ospreay. How would you do it? Chris Jericho say he was the best wrestler in the world, but if you ask someone about Chris Jericho, you can probably say a lot more than that. Oh, well,
Mhm.
he's Chris Jericho. To give a description, CM Punk. He said he was the best in the world, but there's ways to describe him without saying he's the best wrestler because he's not the best wrestler right now. But he's still a captivating character.
Yeah,
So it's like that. I like Will Ospreay, I do, but him as a person or a character in wrestling, he's nice. I mean, even Ricochet has at least a character. I'm still not really sure Will Ospreay is.
yeah. I mean, and that's the part of it. It's just like that's why I said we got to know who you are and why are you fighting this guy. And
That's
like I
true.
said, and like I said, it might be somebody there who could just describe him better than I can. But
Probably.
I mean, with me, it just has to involve his in ring work, and he's one of the best to do it right now. That's
Yeah,
doing it
he's
right now.
one of the best because there's a lot you can name. It's one
Yeah.
thing to say you're the best, but it's another when I mean, depending on how you view it. Well, you know what? Like I said, that's a whole different thing. Second part of this whole story. How do you feel about AEW wrestlers coming out saying so much about WWE at this point? I mean, that's got a bit of statements almost back to back to back this week. Oh, we put on better
I
matches than
mean,
them. We put on better wrestling. Like, should
I
they?
feel like they always been saying that, and that's why the company's here. It's supposed to be the alternative to what WWE is.
Is this the best way to sell it?
Not necessarily, because I mean, you can take shots all you want to. That ain't gonna stop what WWE doing. That ain't gonna stop their business.
You might actually put eyeballs on them. That's kind of the issue with WWE. WWE is such a big conglomerate name.
Hmm.
They're associated with wrestling. If people who are the casual fan saw a poster for AEW, but it didn't have the AEW banner, just the wrestlers, people are like, oh, WWE's in town.
Hmm.
That could be a problem.
I mean, it's just that brand.
Yeah.
It's what you think about when you think of wrestling.
Yeah, it's like the iPhone being the de facto phone. Oh, what type of iPhone you got? I got an Android. What type of iPhone is it? It's not
Mm,
an iPhone.
Nah, it's not iPhone. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I mean, That's
Kleenex.
like
You know, Kleenex is
Kleenex.
it's,
Give me a
it's a
Kleenex. That, you know
brand.
that's a brand, but I mean, you know, he's gonna say tissue, but yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah,
Wrestling, you can think WWE.
Band-Aid.
But unless you just know, if you unless you just into wrestling and you know about AEW.
Or at
But
least,
like I said, and that's just and like I said, none of this is to knock AEW. It's just it is what it is, and WWE has just been that mainstay for years.
it's been around for
And
a long time. That
yeah,
monopoly, yeah.
and right now it's back into mainstream, and so it's kind of hard to go against that at this, especially at this moment. And you got the best wrestler in the world, but you got to give me a reason to watch that best wrestler.
The best in the world. Well,
So yeah,
so
his
there's that.
comments. I mean, some of his comments are valid. Some of his comments are valid. Like I said, I said to myself on this Double Another show, I want to see his match.
Yeah, I
But
get you. Yeah, no one's denying that.
I mean, like I said, you got to put more than people who already watch. You got to get people who don't are not watching as much, or and get them involved in what you're doing. So you take shots all you want, but I mean they gotta reply or acknowledge you
Well,
because
you
they've
know,
been
some
doing
people
y'all.
do acknowledge. That's
Yeah,
what
because
I
I mean
know.
AEW been doing that since they've been around.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Let's not act like
I,
WWE hasn't taken their personal
oh
shots
yeah, they
at
were taking their shots.
AEW.
Yeah, I mean, but look at TNA. They was taking the most shots out of anybody. That ain't getting them nowhere. Now they partner up with them.
Yeah,
WWE.
never forget that Road Dogg and Billy Gunn debuted in TNA under the name the VKM Mafia, which was the Vincent Kennedy McMahon Mafia.
Oh wow.
So they,
Jeez.
personal shots.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, like I said, just keep performing and do your thing, Osprey. I mean, take shots all you want, but you gonna get some people to agree, and the other side gonna just do what they've been doing. Just continue to watch the WWE.
Mm.
But but so it is what it is. But somebody who wants to get back in either company or get back in wrestling, period.
Oh, here we go.
Let's talk about the last topic of the day, Mr. Velveteen Dream. How
Velveteen.
how do y'all feel about Mr. Velveteen? How do you feel, Mr. Professor?
Um, here's the deal, man. I feel like if nobody wants to hire you, I feel like there may be some toxic waste. Like, it's radioactive. That's the type of heat you may not want. I don't know. See, I guess it really comes down to how do the fans react to his pleas to come back, right? Is it a
Yeah.
reception? Is there a call for it? But on the flip side of that, Tessa Blanchard, she came back. It was a
Hmm.
toxic situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing is ever impossible. Never say never. I will say that. But
Yeah.
I do find it concerning that no one has been willing to even give him a gig on the indies. Like, just even Matt Cardona's done that at least. No, not even NWA.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. I don't know if he's been wrestling certain places, but it's just like everybody kind of trying to stay away from what was going on because nobody knows. I mean, he's saying he hasn't been charged with anything. It's been 5 years,
Mhm.
and so why can't he have a job at?
That's the thing about it, right? That's what I'm wondering. There may be something that some people know. There may be something that some people just don't want to try to figure out. But again, also, is there high demand for him? So that becomes the next question. Do people want him to come back?
I mean, he put the hashtag out there, bring back the dream, and a lot of people been, posting it as they do with hashtags, as far as what he say,
Well,
they
let me
do
take
been
a look at
doing.
this. Bring back the dream. I haven't heard this hashtag. This ain't like what was the Divas one? Give Divas a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
already
but he
forgot.
named
What was it again? I already forgot.
bring back. It was just bring back the dream.
Bring back the dream.
I
Hashtag
believe that's what it is. But I mean, I feel like he was a great character. Great, he was great in ring. Um, I mostly remember his match with Aleister Black, and he was doing great matches on takeovers with Aleister Black and Matt Riddle and everybody like that. That was NXT at the time, and he was one of the guys that was supposed to be next up. And he used to wear this outlandish stuff, like he's like a Prince type of character, and tell Vince, "Hey, bring me up, Vince." He put that on his tights and everything. He had the Hogan on his
Yeah, I
tights and
remember that.
everything.
I thought
So
that was
he's
gimmick.
very,
Like,
but he's
yo,
very out.
don't. That was a lot.
Yeah, we know how you feel about Hogan out here in these streets.
No,
But
it's not even a Hogan thing. It felt like it was so pleading. Call me up, like, dude, calm down, dude. We'll
yeah,
call
but
you
I
up.
mean, he trying to get that attention, and he's a character that definitely did that. And he was pretty good on the mic, especially was he doing it tough enough when he
I don't
started?
know
I
if it
think,
was tough enough.
yeah,
Why
I
does
don't
the
know if
search not work here?
I don't know. He was in one of those reality shows where you win, you get a contract, stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like he was great, and like I said, he had a North American title. I think he went for the NXT title. I don't know if he won that, but he
No.
could do great things on the roster, on main roster.
Well, I hear you. I'm not denying what you're saying, but I am saying he was a good enough wrestler, but he never did make the main roster. He had a
Because
decent run.
he
I
like
mean,
got
he's
let
not a
go.
bad wrestler. It's just I like Velveteen Dream too. Let me say that first. I do like him. Again, it's just if he isn't back in wrestling, I feel like there's something else more than what's being said.
Yeah, it
Patrick
might
Clark.
be, but he continued to post his old matches, um, and continues to talk about, like I said, he just not ashamed to say he wants his job back.
Oh,
And
man,
so,
he did
and
good.
nothing been has come upon him as far as charges or people still talking about it. And but he's just mad people comparing his accusations to Chris Benoit.
Can't say that name.
I
Can't
mean, I
say that
mean, I
name.
mean, just it is what it is. I mean,
Chris
it's
Benoit.
not, but it's not on that level. Nowhere near on that level. So why would you compare it even to that?
Because blacklisting.
Yeah,
That's about the best thing you do in comparison. It's just he's blacklisted like that guy was. But I mean, you're right. It ain't on the same level because he was never convicted of anything.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree with that. Wrestling fans, they just like to dramatize everything.
yeah. Like I said, that's what we was talking about on the watch along, man. It's like an accusation is as good as it was a conviction or whatever.
Well, the court of public opinion is very harsh. The court of
Yeah.
public opinion has always been sort of guilty until proven innocent. Um, R. Kelly and Jay Z had a song called that. Take that as you will.
mm mm. Yeah. It was a good song. It's
It was a good song.
a good
R.
song.
Kelly
Though.
makes good music, but I'm just saying that is the court of public
Oh, boy.
opinion. It's really
Yeah.
hard to especially the bigger celebrity you are, it could be really damning the story. Something comes out about you and it's like it's not true.
Yeah.
Well, I read it in the paper.
Right.
Like that.
All right. Because after we done heard it, we don't want to hear from you no more. We don't want to hear nothing else about it because we done heard what we heard.
The paper.
And
I was
even
right.
if you come out on the other end that you ain't do it, people stop listening. They don't want to hear the follow or the update. Sometimes, a lot of times,
No, because
and
the update
and
ain't
and
as
when
good as the actual story.
right, and once you lose everything, you can't just get it back because they quit. Like I said, they quit to take away everything from you. That's what we was talking on the show. You look at Shannon Sharp; he losing all his stuff, and nothing has been come out yet. Nothing been finalized or whatever it is. These people lose. These guys lose. Guys or gals, women. They might lose everything before it even goes to trial or conviction is made. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the settlement. I mean, not everything is taken immediately, but it can come into a settlement. Your lawyer fees and stuff like that do come into play.
Yeah.
Um, I think about people like Deshaun Watson. he didn't lose too much. He got one of the biggest guaranteed deals in NFL history.
Oh yeah, that's
Right
what you got.
after the allegations came out.
Yeah, that's why you need that guarantee. So you so you have what you need, you get what you
You
need.
know, it's good for the players, but it was bad for the
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
It's good for the player though.
Right. But I mean, as far as Velveteen Dream, if he does come back, I mean, it'd be
If
good
he comes
on him.
back, do you think he's coming back to WWE? Do you think he'll be getting somewhere else?
I think it'd be WWE. I mean, I
Wait.
feel like that's just the only place he wants to go. And I
Oh, so
mean,
hold on a second. Hold on. The place he only wants to go. Are you implying that he's not even trying to do any other things? Like he's not trying to do a
I don't know what his
GCW?
plans are,
Yeah.
but he continues to talk about the job he had, and he want that job back. You know what I'm saying?
I
Oh,
hear
I'll go
you.
everywhere else. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him anywhere else because I mean, like that character. I don't know if he can use that character again
Well, not that
anywhere
name.
else.
I don't see why not. You just can't use the name.
I
If
guess
WWE
so.
owns the name, but I mean the
Yeah, I don't know. I
characters,
don't.
Aleister Black and Malachi Black are not that far off. Rusev
Yeah,
and the Redeemer are not that far. Even Ethan Page character is not that much different. So you can be the
yeah, you're
same
right.
character, you just can't be the same name. I
Well,
well,
well, that character
I
stands
understand he
out
was
no matter where you at. He
I
stands out no
understand he
matter where
wants
he gonna be.
well, I understand he wants to come back to WWE, but it's like if you want to get back into what you love, wrestle.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it that you can't get matches or is that you can't get booked? The last time, well, Velveteen Dream actually had a match. The last time old Patrick Clark had a match was April 26th this year. He has been wrestling for MCW. MCW stands for Maryland Championship Wrestling.
Oh, okay. I know
He's been wrestling for
MLW.
them for a little while. He's been, wow. Okay, yeah, he started wrestling with them since September of last year.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
that's
he's
he
back in
trying to
there.
get back into it. But like I said, he'll stand out anywhere he goes if he does that character. I mean, he's still or a version of the character. But I feel like he has more in him, and he could expand or what he does and how he comes off. But like I said, even if his interview with Chris Van Vliet, I just don't know if his wording. I feel like he shoots himself in the foot sometimes, and he just says he tries to say too much, trying to over explain himself and show his innocence. So I don't know. It's up in the air where his career goes.
He's fighting
But
for his life out here.
he
He's
he is,
killing
but
me,
don't
man.
don't compare yourself to him either. Oh man, but I don't know. Best of luck, Patrick. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed you while you was doing what you was doing, but I mean, not no, don't say it like that. What he was doing, we did in
He was in
NXT.
NXT. I enjoyed you while he was
Yeah,
in, yeah. See that
yeah.
because
Let me say it specifically like that,
the last
because
time
I
he
don't
had
know
a
what
match
else you
in
got going on.
the last time he was in a match in WWE was December 23rd of 2020.
Yeah, he's like, say it's been 5 years, so we'll see what
At
they
least he's
say.
back
Like,
in the ring.
yeah, at least yeah. But he said he gonna expose the business.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Everyone's
I'm
trying to
just wait.
expose the business. What are you exposing?
Yeah,
I'm tired of
I know.
people
I
exposing
mean,
the
I think
business.
it's exposed enough. I don't know, but we'll wait to see the updates on that. But and we're gonna tell you right over here on the show. So if you want to hear, click that, hit that bell, hit that like, hit that comment, hit some subscribe, and we're gonna see you on the next go around. Here's from the Champions Corner. We'll see you next time. It's your favorite host, Mr. Ron G, Mr. Highlights, and we got the professor. Say bye to the people.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.